The Jammu and Kashmir Legislative Assembly is also known as Jammu and Kashmir Vidhan Sabha, is the legislature of Indian Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir. The Legislative Assembly of Jammu and Kashmir was dissolved by Governor on 21 November 2018 prior to 2019. The state of Jammu and Kashmir had a bicameral legislature with the Legislative Assembly Lower House and a Legislative Council Upper House. The Jammu and Kashmir Reorganization Act passed by the Parliament of India in August 2019 replaced this with unicameral legislature while also reorganizing the state into a union territory.
The composition of J&K Assembly are: the Legislative Assembly was initially composed of 100 members, later increased to 111 by the Constitution of Jammu and Kashmir 20th Amendment Act of 1988. Of these, 24 seats were designated for territorial constituencies of the state that came under Pakistani control in 1947. These seats remained officially vacant as per Section 48 of the State Constitution of India and now also the Constitution of India. These seats were not taken for reckoning the total membership of the Assembly, especially for deciding quorum and voting majority for legislation and government formation. Hence, the total contestable and filled seat of the Assembly were 87 seats. The Kashmir Valley region had 46 seats, the Jammu region had 37 seats, and the Ladakh region had 6 seats. Thank you.
The previous Assembly elections were held in November-December 2014. After the election, coalition of J&K People Democratic Party and Bharatiya Janata Party formed the state government, with Mufti Muhammad Saeed becoming the Chief Minister. Legislative Assembly elections are scheduled to be held in Indian Administrator J&K from 18 September to 1st October 2024 in 3 phases to elect 90 members of the J&K Legislative Assembly. The votes will be counted and result will be declared on 8th October 2024. This is the first election since the territory's special status was revoked and its statehood withdrawn in 2019.
Members of the Legislative Assembly were elected for a 6-year term up to 2019 and 5-year term thereafter. The seats are filled by direct election from single members. Constituencies using the first past the post method. This assembly may be dissolved before the completion of the full term by the Lieutenant Governor upon the advice of the Chief Minister. Lieutenant Governor may also be convene special session of the Legislative Assembly.
Legislative Assembly election in the state has been held 11 times since 1951, whereas the parliamentary election has been held 12 times since 1947. Municipal election in the state has been held 4 times since 1967, with the October 2018 being the 5th time they were held before becoming a state. Praja Sabha were held with the first Praja Sabha election in 1934.
After the cession of the princely states of Jammu and Kashmir in the Union of India in 1947, the Maharaja ceded over to a popular government headed by Sheikh Abdullah. Election for the Constituent Assembly were held in 1931, in which Abdullah's National Conference won all 75 seats.
Prior to 2019, the state of Jammu and Kashmir included election to the Parliament of India, both houses of the bicameral state legislature and various other local level bodies such as municipalities and panchayat constituencies. There were 87 assembly and 6 Lok Sabha constituencies, parliamentary constituencies including those of Ladakh.
The 24 assembly seats voting in phase 1 of assembly election have recorded 61% of turnout until 11:30 am on September 18. The Election Commission of India said the tentative voters turnout for 24 assembly seats spread over 7 districts was just above 67% at 11:30 am. This figure may slightly come up as most of the polling stations are located in the remote areas of Peer Panjal range. The election began at 7 am and continued until 6 pm.
The summary of all this is that Jammu and Kashmir is gearing up for its first assembly elections in a decade. The first phase of polling set for Wednesday, September 18, where 23 lakh voters decide their fate in 219 candidates, including 90 independents, who are running for 24 assembly segments, 8 in 3 districts of Jammu Region and 16 in the 4 districts of Kashmir Valley. The first round will see 24 assembly constituencies across the Chenab River Valley of Doda, Kishtwar and Ramban, as well as the South Kashmir Valley district of Anantnag Pulwama, Kulgam and the Shopian. The second phase covering 26 seats is slated for September 25 and the third and last phase covering 40 seats is scheduled for October 1st. Thank you. That's all for J&K Assembly elections.